Trump's executive order challenges. Birthright citizenship. What it means for the U.S. president. Donald Trump recently signed an executive order aiming to end birthright citizenship in the United States. This controversial move challenges a long-standing constitutional right enshrined in the 14th Amendment. However, it faces fierce opposition, legal battles, and questions about its constitutionality. Here's a breakdown of what this order means, its implications, and the reactions it has sparked. What is birthright citizenship? Birthright citizenship, also known as jus soli, or right of the soil, guarantees that anyone born on U.S. soil is automatically a U.S. citizen, regardless of their parents' immigration status. This principle is rooted in the 14th Amendment to the Constitution, ratified in 1868, which states, "All persons born or naturalized in the United States, and subject to the jurisdiction thereof, are citizens of the United States, and of the state wherein they reside." Currently, about 30 countries, including Canada and Mexico, grant citizenship based on birthplace. Most other nations follow a jus sanguinis, right of blood, approach, granting citizenship based on a parent's nationality. Trump's executive order challenges this interpretation, claiming that children of non-citizens are not subject to the jurisdiction of the U.S., and therefore not eligible for automatic citizenship. What does Trump's executive order say? Trump's order excludes the following groups from automatic citizenship: children born to parents who are in the U.S. illegally, children whose mothers are in the U.S. temporarily, such as on tourist visas, and whose fathers are not U.S. citizens or lawful permanent residents, individuals born to parents who are not legal residents or citizens of the U.S. The order also directs federal agencies to stop recognizing citizenship for people in these categories. It is unclear whether this order would apply retroactively, potentially stripping citizenship from those who already hold it. The policy is set to take effect on February 19, 2025, unless blocked by the courts. Legal and historical context: birthright citizenship has been a contentious issue since the 14th Amendment was ratified. It was introduced in the aftermath of the Civil War to ensure citizenship for formerly enslaved people. Over the years, it has been upheld by landmark cases such as United States versus Wong Kim Ark, 1898. Where the Supreme Court ruled that a child born in the U.S. to Chinese immigrants was a citizen, despite restrictive immigration laws like the Chinese Exclusion Act. Historically, certain groups, including Native Americans, were excluded from birthright citizenship until Congress granted it in 1924. Trump's order relies on a narrow interpretation of the phrase, "subject to the jurisdiction of the U.S., an argument previously used to deny citizenship to Native Americans and others. Reactions and legal challenges: Trump's executive order has ignited widespread opposition from state governments, immigrant rights advocates, and legal experts. Attorneys general from 22 states, along with cities like San Francisco and Washington, D.C., have filed lawsuits, calling the order unconstitutional. New Jersey Attorney General Matt Platkin stated, "The president cannot, with a stroke of a pen, write the 14th Amendment out of existence, period." Connecticut Attorney General William Tong, a U.S. citizen by birthright, described the order as a personal attack. "If you are born on American soil, you are an American. Period. Full stop." The White House, however, defended the move, with Deputy Press Secretary Harrison Field stating, "Radical leftists can either choose to reject the overwhelming will of the people or work with President Trump to secure our nation's future." Broader implications. Critics warn that ending birthright citizenship could lead to severe consequences for millions of families, creating a permanent underclass of stateless individuals. It could affect access to essential rights such as voting, education, and healthcare, and expose people to deportation. Immigrant rights groups argue that the order undermines fundamental constitutional protections and risks deepening social divides. The lawsuits also highlight concerns about the policy's impact on Native Americans. Citing outdated laws, Trump's Justice Department argued that the 14th Amendment excludes certain groups, a claim critics view as a dangerous precedent that could erode protections for indigenous communities and others. ICE policy changes. New enforcement guidelines. In a related move, Trump's administration also authorized Immigration and Customs Enforcement, ICE, to conduct arrests in sensitive areas such as schools, churches, and courthouses, reversing previous restrictions. This decision has raised alarms among immigrant communities and advocates who fear increased surveillance and disruptions in these spaces. Judge blocks executive order temporarily. A federal judge in Seattle recently issued a temporary restraining order, halting the implementation of Trump's executive order. Judge John Coffiner called the order blatantly unconstitutional and criticized its legal basis. He emphasized that altering the 14th Amendment would require more than executive action. The case is expected to spark a lengthy legal battle, potentially reaching the Supreme Court. What's at stake? The debate over birthright citizenship touches on broader questions about immigration, national identity, and constitutional rights. Critics warn that reinterpreting the 14th Amendment could have far-reaching consequences for all Americans, not just immigrants, by challenging the foundational principles of equal protection and citizenship. While Trump's administration defends the policy as a step toward stricter immigration control, opponents argue it undermines the very fabric of the U.S. Constitution. The ultimate outcome of this legal battle will shape the future of citizenship in America. Stay informed and vigilant as legal challenges unfold. This issue remains a pivotal moment in U.S. history. Whether Trump's order stands or is struck down, its impact on families, communities, and constitutional law will be felt for years to come. Advocates urge Americans to stay informed and engaged in the ongoing fight to protect the rights of all citizens.